I'll tell you what.
Oh, they think we're already.
We're gonna show you guys how to make the entire Taco Bell classic menu. You got the taco in the bell, but you can never really tell where the meat comes from. I wonder if it's hell, but I never really bought it, cause I save it pretty down. Make it for myself at home, I'll never be alone. Such delicious food will elevate your mood, save your butt over sinking. Grab another drink and make Taco Bell. Taco Bell. We used to go to Taco Bell all the time, and we would order so much food. Like, they had the Crunchwrap Supreme, the gordita, the chalupa, the grilled burrito, and now Taco Bell's turned into like the weirdest shit, like
social trends.
Burrito.
A lot of fast food places, they're, you know, everything is social now. You're trying to be the coolest, the trendiest, so they come out with the craziest shit.
But it used
Taco Bell was the original, though.
They were the original, but it used to be that like once a year you get some new creation. Yeah. Now it's like once a week. But what I wanted to do, because I don't eat fast food anymore, that shit will just like make me my out of my ass. It's so bad. It's just too much. I can't do the fast food, but I love the flavors, I love the experience. And these guys, they come up with some creative stuff. They're truly thinking outside of the bun. And if you can make any of these, this is great for party food. This is great just to make one thing. The cool part is, like, if you have a couple of the components, you can make the cheesy gordita crunch, you can make the Mexican pizza, because they're all just like rickety, 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 a little bit of this, a little bit of that, rickety that. Number one, Taco Bell's ground beef. I use 80-20 chuck. You can do less, I like that little bit of fat. You basically just take some oil in a pan, throw in your beef, just raw dogging it, and just kind of start searing that up and mashing it up. You want to break the pieces of beef up. Sprinkle some cumin over it, dehydrated onions, you can use onion powder too, garlic powder, a little cayenne powder, some chili powder, a little bit of brown sugar. Just stir that around, kind of mix it up, smell it, smells so good. Salt and pepper. And then just keep mixing it up, and it's gonna release juices. So then you add some flour. Mike, this idiot, only had whole wheat, but you could use white flour, whatever you want. And that kind of helps like keep it together. It takes the liquid and sort of makes it into a little bit of a saucy experience going on. And then you cook it, taste it. At this point, you get to taste it. If it needs salt, add some salt. If it needs cumin, just make it flavorful. Keep adding a little bit of chili until it's wazing, boom, you're done. Refried beans at Taco Bell probably seem weird. There's like, how do you refry beans? Are they already fried? It never made any sense. But then I realized refried beans are really just beans that have been cooked and then recooked.
And mashed up.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a mashed bean. All you do is you take your canned, or you could use fresh, but in this case we took canned pinto beans, and I put them in a pan with a little bit of oil, added just a little bit of sugar, brown sugar, some dehydrated onion, some fresh garlic, a little bit of cumin, salt, and then I just kind of mix that and mash it around. You can add a little bit of water if you want it to like steam a little bit, but the idea is to just mash it up. Taco Bell, they go super mashed. I like mine a little bit chunky. Taste it. Once it tastes good, it's done, ready to go. So next up, with the sauces, they have the medium and the mild. Just toss them out. They don't even taste that good. I go right to that fire sauce. And I hold on, got a call here. Hello?
Hey, it's JP.
What's going on, JP? Oh, it's JP from Healthy Junk Food.
Got some fire sauce for
Yeah,
you.
that's cool, man. Oh, really? Damn. All right, cool. Thanks, man. So JP just made the fire sauce for us. Check this out.
Oh, sick.
Hello everybody. We all know that fire sauce is a staple at Taco Bell.
But these little tiny sauce packets are so annoying. And you can't get the fire sauce in the bottles at the store. You can only get mild and hot.
So we're gonna show you how to make this at home. In a blender, add 1 6-ounce can of tomato paste, 3 cups of water, 3 tablespoons of white vinegar, half a cup of canned jalapeno slices, 1 tablespoon of chili powder and dehydrated minced onions, 2 teaspoons of salt and cornstarch, and 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper and sugar. Finish it off with a dash of onion and garlic powder, and blend. While blending, let's compare the actual fire sauce. Look how many packets we need just to get this tiny amount. No wonder these things are free. You're paying for it in monotonous labor. And just look at how much sauce this recipe makes. After crunching some numbers, it's equivalent to approximately 192 sauce packets. Alright, Brothers Green, that's how you make
Fire sauce.
Thank you for that, JP. That looks freaking fantastic, but we are moving on.
Last thing, the nacho cheese sauce, and this is so much easier. You can buy the little can thing, but I say make it yourself. All you're doing is you're making your little roux here. So you take about 2 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of flour. Again, this asshole only had whole wheat flour. You can use any kind of flour.
Who has ever heard of the whole wheat nacho sauce?
A loser has heard of it.
Whole wheat brew.
So you take that and you melt down the butter, and then you add in the flour, and you just kind of mix them together. Let them cook for like 30 seconds to a minute just to cook out some of that flour. Then you start adding in milk. If the milk's already hot, it starts thickening faster. If not, it just takes longer. But I just kind of slowly add milk and whisk and whisk and whisk. And slowly that sauce, which is called now a bechamel, fancy.
Taco Bell, it's a Mexican sauce.
Yeah.
It's not French.
It's a Mexamel. So that's why I use in lard instead of butter. But Mexamel. So what you do is you mix.
I like that.
Mexamel. I like that.
We did it. The Mexamel.
So then you keep mixing that around until it gets nice and thick. And you're making this like thick, creamy white sauce. Then you add in.
I'll show you
some thin creamy. Then you take a bunch of cheddar cheese. We had like a whole container of it, and just dump that in. Start whisking it. Add some salt and just whisk it up until it's nice and thick, but not too thick. We added a little bit of milk in just to thin it out. You want it to be in that consistency where it's not too like gooey. You want a little bit of like porridge in there, like be able to pour it. What the hell's this game do? So you want to be able to pour it, and then boom, you're done. You got your nacho cheese sauce. It will start to congeal a little bit as it sits. Just get it hot, and it goes right back to being delicious. Number 1 and number 2 are the absolute most basic things, the hard shell and the soft shell taco. And if you can't figure out how to make them, then just fucking get the hell out of here. No, I'm just kidding.
All you gotta start out with the simple ones.
Yeah, it's true. So you get your hard shell tacos. If you can't get them, there's ways. Go online, there's ways to make them. You can like bake them in the oven or fry them. But you basically just take your hard shell, you put a little of your filling, your beef, whatever, some sour cream, lettuce, tomato, a little bit of cheese. And what's important, which I used to not understand, but now I get it, is the cheese isn't melted on top. It's just like raw dog in the cheese.
Very distinct flavor and very distinct texture going on.
Gives you the distinct flavor that you're... So the same thing with the soft shell taco. Build the exact same guy, your beef, your sour cream, your lettuce, your tomato, your cheese, wrap it, don't wrap it, see if I care, and then just take a taste. To me, this was always like a side. Looking back, it was a whole goddamn meal, but I would always get one of these.
I feel like this is definitely what made it took Taco Bell to another level. You always see it on their advertising.
It's something special. It's something different. The Crunchwrap Supreme. You basically are taking a big tortilla, and on the bottom, you're taking some nacho cheese and beef. Then you add a crispy shell. If you can't find the like tostada shells, if you can't find one, just fry up a corn tortilla. That's no problem. Or just add some freaking Doritos. Who cares? Then you add some sour cream, some lettuce, tomato. And here's the only trick you need to know. When you wrap it, you just fold one piece in and then keep folding in. Just taking all the corners until it kind of creates this 5-6 sided thing. Mine was a little bit open. It depends on the size of the tortilla. No big deal. Heat up a pan with some oil. Fry it on that side down, the closed side down. It will seal it up. Fry it on the other side. So once you fry it on both sides, you can either eat it whole. I used to grab them whole, and I'd be driving home from work just chomping that bastard away. Or you cut into it and you do it the more fancy, polite way. Either way, the cheesy beefiness, it's delicious.
So we're starting with the very basic taco, the hard shell taco. Then it gets a little interesting. You take a soft shell taco and you just spread on some of those refried beans that we made, and you wrap that around. Hopefully it sticks a little bit, or you just make it stick with your hands. Okay, now we're on to something. We got the crunch, we got the soft.
But you know what I liked about it? You know why I hated the hard shell taco? Because you take one bite and the whole goddamn thing falls apart. This gives you the crispy while holding it.
I wonder if that was the reasoning behind it. They were like, we need some glue to this.
It's gotta be.
We are moving on to the Mexican pizza. Of course, they had to go Italian with it. The geniuses, the stoners were back in action with that.
We want a taco, but I really want a pizza. Well, I kind of want a taco, but we could get a pizza. wait, guys.
Exactly. So we are doing the Mexican pizza. We're going to start out with 2 corn tortillas, and we're going to get those extra crispy in a pan. Just fry them up with a little bit of oil. Then we're going to start assembling. So we add some of those refried beans on that thing. Add some of that ground beef. After that meat, just add on that tortilla. We're layering, hit it with some pizza sauce. We did not make the pizza sauce, but we only needed it for one recipe.
We bought it,
so we bought it. Then, of course, Pizza is not pizza without a little bit of cheese. Sprinkle on some of that cheese.
We covered it.
We covered it just to get that nice and melty. And then we just sprayed on some of that sour cream, hit it with a few tomatoes. We saw that in the picture. You gotta place those tomatoes, just like the. Yeah, they're placing those tomatoes.
We tried to get the picture, but
this thing was pretty crazy. We sliced into that just like a pizza, of course, and we munched.
Thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and share this for all those Taco Bell lovers that want to learn how to create it themselves.
Now I'm wondering something now. Taco Bell either was hiring the most genius food
from
creators.
the future.
It was either like these guys, Josh from the future, or just straight up stoners.
Yeah.
What was it? What do you think it was?
The same thing to me.
It's the same
Basically,
thing.
they're hiring me in the future to come up with these goddamn things. What if that was the truth? They went into the future, they saw the trends, and they just did it. So Brothers Green will help you out.